Let's listen to some feds talk.
He's been around since the early days of Chicago drill.
Nah, listen, bro. Like, niggas really not giving us our credit, bro. We hooping right now.
He got a pretty crazy story that includes getting into a car accident while on the way to the hospital after getting shot.
Suns a first round exit type of team. That's how the Lakers looking if AD don't pick his play up. Y'all got Anthony Day-to-Day Davis starting at power forward, and y'all worried about us? Yeah, okay. We not even at full strength, and y'all worried about us?
Facing 45.
We got better, y'all got worse. This happens every season. LeBron teams sign a bunch of free agents, and y'all look at the roster, you're like, oh my god, star name, star name, star name, star name, star name. We got so much better.
5 years in prison and running up in Chief Keef's mansion. Let's get into the come up and criminal history of BossTop. BossTop was born around 57th and Low, but later moved to O Block when he was 9 or 10. He was raised by a single mother and also has a brother. Both his parents were gangster disciples, but since he grew up in Parkway Gardens, aka O Block, most of his homies was black disciples. He got sucked into the gang life at an early age because that's all he knew. He dropped out of high school just 3 weeks in, and after that, he was in the streets full time. But he said,
nigga, you didn't even make it a month? 3 weeks?
Growing up in O Block was fun. There was always something to do, from corner stores to barbershops and even a skating rink. They ain't have much, but they made the best of what they had. He grew up around all the BDs who eventually put drill on the map, like Chief Keef, King Von, Lil Reese, Fredo Santana, and Lil Durk. He was also close friends with Odie Perry, who O Block is named after. So he was right there to witness the birth of the drill sound. When he was 19, BossTop got locked up for about 3 months. While behind bars, he got the call that Odie Perry got killed. Odie's death heavily impacted BossTop because that was the first friend he lost to gun violence. A Mickey Cobra he met in jail named Bear protected him from the other inmates while he cried because he knew what BossTop was going through. No one was ever arrested for Odie's death, but many believe it was retaliation for the death of Tuka, a GD from STL EBT. The BDs in Parkway Gardens later changed their name to O Block in his memory, and now that name's known across the world because of the music that started there. Once he got out of jail, the drill wave was just starting off. He was inspired by Keef, Durk, E-Day, and other rappers from the neighborhood to start rapping himself. He started building a buzz with tracks like Hell Nah and All Shit. He also collaborated with Waka Flocka on the track Bet He Won't. But BossTop ended up falling out with Chief Keef when he was at the top of his career, which kept him from riding the same wave. BossTop was close with Fredo Santana, who's Keef's older cousin. So Keef was like a little brother to him. Right after Keef started to blow up, he bought BossTop a Burberry shirt that he wore everywhere. He wore the shirt so much that one of BossTop's ops, Mubu Crump,
yeah.
You need your car,
Nah, you good. Hey, lock my door as you go up. Lock. How you gonna lock it from the outside? Cut your fucking fingernails, you beast. You could what? Did the nigga unlock his? Ew.
even made fun.
Nigga said with my fingernail. I was wondering because I'm like, I know I locked my door. That's disgusting.
Of them in a skit, but somewhere along the line,
bro, listen, the niggas, you know how long your fingernail has to be to unlock the door with it? That's disgusting. Like, yeah, talking about, oh, he called him a beast. Bro, do you not hearing what he said he did? He unlocked my door with his fingernail.
their relationship started to get strained. Overnight, Keef went from being their little homie to one of the biggest rappers in the world. So some of the dudes from O Block started hating on Keef and accused him of turning Hollywood. The tension only got worse when Keef refused to bail out other dudes from their hood like Lil Durk and D Rose when they got arrested. At the time, they accused him of acting fake and turning on his gang. But Keef just probably realized that if he ain't put his foot down, his gang would have always had their hands out. King Von later explained exactly what started the beef on IG Live. He said they needed $7,500 to bail out one of the homies, so they called Keef. He told him it wasn't a problem because he spent $7,500 on shoes, but he never actually came through with the money, and when they tried to call him, he stopped picking up. So BossTop and a few other BDs decided to teach Keef a lesson and robbed his crib and stole his chain.
The only thing folks took was folks' chain, you know what I'm saying?
While Keef was in court, they broke into a house that his former manager was renting. His manager, Brandon Zerer, was home at the time and called the police. But they already started going through the house, stealing things, and Keef ended up showing up while they were still there. BossTop ended up jacking Keef's Johnny Dang chain, while another one of the robbers snatched a chain from his homie, GBE Capo. They got into a shootout, and a 33-year-old named Terrence Smith was non-fatally injured. BossTop and the others then allegedly stole Keef's car and fled the scene, while Keef took Terrence to the hospital. The police came to question him, but Keef refused to cooperate. He later called his manager a soft-ass for calling the police. After the alleged robbery,
Bitch ass nigga, you supposed to let us handle that shit, nigga. His manager's probably a white man.
Keef and BossTop started going back and forth on Twitter.
A civil white man getting robbed. Of course his first instinct called the police. He's like, nah, you a soft ass nigga. Handle them niggas. I'm like, what?
BossTop said he was changing his name to Chief Top because he got Keef's chain. Keef clapped back saying that BossTop was his ex-adopted son and that he clothed him and put money in his limp ball pockets. They kept sending shots back and forth. At one point, Keef said that BossTop had taken more than just his chain. He claimed they also stole his daughter's baby clothes and random household items like deodorant and detergent. He also put up a photo on Instagram of the chain, calling out BossTop by his real name and accusing him of stealing it. BossTop wasn't happy about that and clapped back, calling Keef a police ass. He also denied taking anything and said Keef was just trying to get him locked up. BossTop was later seen rocking Keef's Johnny Dang chain in the music video, and he posed for a pic with the Migos while wearing the chain. The Migos were also beefing with Keef and GBE at the time.
Damn.
They were in town to do a music video with Lil Durk, who was also having problems with Keef, so the whole video shoot was basically a big shot at Sosa. Keef got so aggravated, he posted a video to social media where he said, "I would say f*** OD, but I'm from there. That's my boy."
I would say f*** OD, but that's my boy. You feel me? I'm from there. You know? Oh, block.
Keef knew how close BossTop was to OD Perry, and this would get under his skin. He didn't go as far as actually dissing OD, but he came close enough. But after that, the beef started to die down. Apparently, Keef's people checked him for almost disrespecting OD and told him not to play around like that. Plus, the beef with Keef started to hurt BossTop's career. At that time, Keef was one of the most influential rappers in the game, so fans started calling BossTop Broke Top and the Diaper Bandit for.
It's insane how much power the internet has, bro. Just because Chief Keef was bigger, they took his side. Like, think about that. Regardless of a situation, whoever has a bigger following usually is a person who, unless it's completely out the water, yeah, that nigga fucked them over type shit. But if it's questionable,
allegedly
it's a clout battle.
Stealing Keef's daughter's diapers. To make matters worse, the Johnny Dang chain that BossTop stole from Keef was later stolen from BossTop by Famous Dex.
I ain't did shit. I just want to know why.
This nigga Famous Dex, they playing. Niggas playing capture the flag with his chain, bro. Oh my god.
Everybody mad at me because I look good. I ain't take nobody's shit. Shit just. That's what took it though. It's a gift.
That's insane.
Dex was going by the name Black Migo Dex at that time and was cool with FBG Duck, one of O-Block's main ops. The whole situation was making BossTop look bad, so he and Keef squashed the beef and they still cool to this day. But not long after, BossTop faced some legal problems that put his career on hold for the next few years. In March 2016, he got arrested on weapons charges and home invasion. He was held on a $1 million bail, which kept him in jail till he was sentenced to 6 years in prison in 2018. He said he was innocent, but he was looking at doing 21 years and 45 years for each charge. If he got the max, the sentences wouldn't even run concurrently, so he would have ended up doing over 90 years total. So he copped a plea and took 6 years. He ended up running into King Von while he was locked up, who was fighting a murder case. They kept them separated, but occasionally, they convinced the CEOs to let them see each other. In December 2018, BossTop ended up getting out early after doing about 3 years. This time when he got out, Von was the one who was blowing up. BossTop had been rapping way longer and never saw Von take much of an interest in music. But once Von beat the murder charge, he got out and started taking over the rap game. BossTop used to watch Von and learned a lot from him about how to rap. He would stay by Von's side while he was blowing up in the industry and was even there that night that Von got killed in Atlanta. At first, he didn't even realize Von got shot. He saw their homie Slutty get killed, but then he ended up getting arrested. He was in jail when he got the call saying Von had been shot and killed. Von's death was another huge loss to BossTop, who said in an interview with DJ Vlad that he's still broken. King Von meant a lot to everyone in O-Block. The fact that BossTop was there that night but couldn't do anything to stop it only made the pain worse. But despite all the losses he's taken over the years, it seemed like BossTop still has a foot in the streets. In July of this year, he was shot in a drive-by shooting. He had just pulled up on the block and turned his back to talk to one of his homies. While he had his back turned, someone drove by and started firing shots. On the way to the hospital, the girl who was driving him ended up getting into a car accident, but they eventually made it and he spent 4 days there recovering. After getting out,
Nigga, what type of GTA lobby shit? They crashed the car?
BossTop knew he had to start moving differently. He realized he had to be there to raise his kids and decided to set up a studio in his basement to keep him focused and out of the streets. But not long after BossTop got out, another tragedy hit O Block. Back in October, multiple members of O Block were arrested in a RICO indictment centered around the murder of FBG Duck. O Block members Muwop, C-Thang, C-Murda, and Los was all arrested in connection with Duck's murder. Plus, it was rumored that BossTop was brought in question about other crimes in the RICO indictment. During a press conference on the arrest, the FBI revealed that they used music videos and social media content to investigate the case. A video also started going around the internet that shows BossTop being interviewed and basically admitting that Duck was killed for dissing their dead homies.
They got that boy in 4K. They got that boy in 4K. Oh my. Yeah, you know, we had to whack that nigga. He was talking on the dead homies, you feel me? On Fortnum Grave. I don't know how Chicago niggas talk. Fortnum Grave. However they talk. On phone them, whatever. I don't know what the niggas say. But y'all get it.
The interviewer asked him if he had any thoughts on the FBG Duck murder. At first,
you already know he got Popeyes.
First, BossTop avoids.
Wait, hold on. Give me a second. I'll be back. Move, stop, fuck up. Chat, I've come to realize the reason why I hate fat people is because I'm a fat person myself. I love food. I hate what I am. It's just that I'm not unhealthy fat. Y'all niggas unhealthy fat. I'm fat too, though. Feel me? I'm trying to improve myself, but it's hard. Only difference is I have room for error. I came in at a terrible time. That was a terrible sentence. Let me get out. All right, Nova, bye. Be safe. Anyways, your miniature.
It's a topic. But then he says, all I can say is don't say that shit about T-Roy or rest in peace.
All I know, don't say that shit about Troy or rest in peace.
T-Roy was an O-Block member who was killed in 2017. Duck dissed him and other dead O-Block members on the song Dead, which he released right before he got killed. Many think that Duck's death was payback for the diss track, and BossTop basically confirmed that in the video. BossTop caught a lot of heat for self-censoring in the video, but he ain't say any names, so the police probably already had all the evidence they needed to make an arrest. Since then, BossTop's been laying low and focusing on music. He can't afford to slip up now, otherwise he'll end up right next to Muwop and the rest of them fighting the RICO case. It sounds like the police are trying to take down O-Block for good, so it wouldn't be surprising if BossTop somehow got caught up in the investigation. Hopefully, he can stay out of it and continue to build his rap career. But there's no telling what evidence police have that'll show up in court. Stay posted for updates.
This nigga is police, bro. This nigga isn't.